Hi, it's Jane here from craftforjane.co.uk, and today I've brought you this really lovely sunflower chocolate box wrap. So I've got a box of chocolate eggs, I don't know if you can see through there, in here, and I've made a wrap to go around the box to decorate up for Easter. So if I undo this ribbon just here, the wrap then slides off. And it's got this really clever feature where this then stays on the box. These are the eggs. So I loved this box anyway, but I thought, you know what, I could really do with decorating this up just to make a bit of interest. And I don't know what made me think to possibly make the hole in this outer wrap so that this element of the sunflower stayed on the box, and you can basically see the eggs through it. And I just thought it was lovely. I thought that would be a great idea, and I thought I'll have a go and see how it comes out. I hope you like it as well. So I'll retie my little bow here, and yeah, so I had a little play and thought the effect was quite pretty, so I thought I'd do it. And I just thought this really zooses up a lovely box of chocolate eggs, and it does make a lovely little Easter gift which you've then personalised. So I will show you the box of chocolates I bought. They were from, I think, one of the Eastern European superstores. I think it was possibly Aldi. It's got that make there, Mosseroth, is it? And they're Belgian chocolate mini eggs. And I just love the colours. I'm using the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set. I've stamped out this one here, and I've used the dies. And I've used the dies just in here to do my cutouts. So this is my cardstock in Early Espresso, and it measures 9 1/4 by 8 inches. And on the 9 1/4 side, I'm going to score it at 1 inch and then 2 1/8. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to score it the same on this side, 1 inch and 2 1/8. And I'm going to burnish. And this is going to create the bottom part of my wrap. So then I'm just going to size up and just double check that I've done that correctly. So yeah, that looks like a nice fit. And when I put the layer on the top, it will basically sandwich that together just on there. Super. So that's the bottom part done. So for the top part, I have this cardstock which measures 8 by 5, and this DSP layer from the In Good Taste, which measures 7 3/4 by 4 3/4. And I'm going to glue this to this piece of cardstock just here, and then I'm going to need to let it dry, and then we will cut out our sunflower shape. Perfect. So I'll pop that on the back just here. Creates a nice little border. Try and get that border as equal as you can on all 4 sides. Yeah, happy with that. So I'm going to allow that to dry, and then I'm going to use the die shape. Run it through my cut and emboss machine, Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine, and hopefully it'll have that cutout shape there. So first of all, I'm going to put this slightly at this angle here, and just make sure I'm clear of these edges here. So if I popped that approximately here, then I will pop on. This is what I do to hold my dies in shape because I don't have the magnetic platform. So I just pop some paper post-its on there, and then once that's dry, I'm going to run that through the die cut machine, and I will come back to you. Okay, so I have cut my sunflower out. That is the background there, and I've popped all the pieces out. So I'm going to actually keep that, and I'll probably use that in a card in the future. And that was a die cut that I used for it as well. So now I need to attach this to my card. So I'm going to attach this one first, and I will use some liquid glue just along this tab just here, just like this. And then I will pop this as straight as I can on there. I'll press it down, and then I'll just double check it fits around the box okay. Yes, it does, fits nice and snug. Okay, so with this top piece here, you've always got to cut a little bit out of this one just here. So I'm now going to glue this element here. And I will pop this around the box again. And then I'll bring this one down, and I will make sure this lines up nicely, just there. Excellent. So I'll press that down. It looks quite sweet, doesn't it? So I've cut out, using the die shape, 2 of these gold pieces of this one just here, and I've stamped and die cut this sunflower out. So I've stamped it in Espresso, and I've used bumblebee paper, which is retiring soon. So what my plan is with this is to stick this to this one just here. Now the way I work out how to stick is that when you look at this sunflower, there's 3 bits that just go off at an angle, and you can see them just there. So I tend to try and line those up when I'm using this, and I would glue it on just like that. So I'm going to do that now. So I pop some glue on the back there, and I'm just going to pop a bit of glue on my rubber mat. And as I'm sure you've seen me do before, some people use like a toothpick and things like that, or a sponge to apply their glue to shapes like this. You can actually buy amazing sticky sheets that you can die cut this out. You can put it on before you die cut it out, but I haven't used it for this. So. And then I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to make sure I can line up my 3 pieces, and then I will stick it on. So my 3 pieces are just lined up, which my 3 bits there are lined up, and then I just press down the rest. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit misaligned, because it looks quite cute as it is. Okay, I'll allow that to dry for a second, and I'm going to need to glue the back of that one as well. So I've put some glue on the back, and I'm going to just gently glue a little bit of the back, not too much, because I just want a light glue dusting on the back there. Right, okay. So now I need to find those 3 pieces that go off at an angle, and they are there, 1, 2, 3. Can you see them just there? And then I'm going to pop this into the space. This is a tricky procedure. I'm going to pop it in, press it down so it fits through. There we go. And then I'm going to gently ease this out and then press it down. I would allow that to dry, and then no areas would pick up then, and pop this back in. I'm going to do it carefully, and you can see that it should line up with how I've designed the box, and then it will dry, and then it looks like it's part of the box, but then when you move it through you can see it's not. So absolutely lovely. So I have stuck the additional layer onto the top of here, which I will then put on Stampin' Dimensionals up. But before I do that, I'm going to get out my fine art ribbon, and I'm going to tie a little bow. So this would hold it into place. I mean, it doesn't technically need it, I just think it finishes it off a little bit. So I'll pop this here and see if I can tie a bow around this bit just here. When I designed this project, I actually bought the eggs first. I didn't really have an idea what I was going to do, the box of eggs with them. And then I sort of thought about designing a box, but then I thought, actually, I really don't want to lose the eggs, the vision of the eggs, because actually that's probably one of the reasons that I picked this particular set, because I thought they just look so pretty. Therefore, when I was designing, I thought, well, look, I need to design a project that actually uses or shows off those eggs. So that's where this whole idea came from. I did get window sheets initially, and I was going to make like a big see-through element, but then I thought I don't need to use window sheets because this has already got a window in the front of the box. Okay, so I'm now going to put my shape here. I'm going to put it up on dimensionals, and I'm going to be careful not to put the dimensionals on the ribbon, so I could use the ribbon if I wanted to. So I'll put a couple on the top just there. So I don't like my die cut shapes to sag, so I do always try to put a few. Should we have a look at that to see how that looks? Yeah, I think that looks pretty cute, doesn't it? Yeah, take those off, put those on. Must have sticky fingers because these backs don't want to come off at all. There we go. So they really want to stay with the project. Let's pop that like that, and I'll just overlap that ever so slightly with that sunflower and press it down. Now I've also cut out this shape, which I loved, from the dies that come with the sunflowers, and that was Celebrate Sunflowers. I'm just going to put a few tiny bits at the bottom, and I will tuck this just under here and press it down. That's quite lovely. And then to finish off, I'm going to use some of these amazing grass butterflies, which I love, and then I'll do my sentiment. So I think I'll have one up here, and when I'm making projects, I like to have them quite similar. I just use slightly different papers often just to demonstrate, but it gives you an impression of, yeah, I think that one just there. And then finally, my sentiment. So I've used the Happy Easter sentiment, and I think I'm going to follow suit, and I'm going to stick it like this. And I'm going to put some double-sided sticky tape on the back over here, some tear and tape, and I'll put 2 layers of this, I think. But I'm also going to put a tiny bit on the ribbon as well, I think. Or am I going to use maybe a glue dot to just hold that bit of the ribbon down? So I'm probably going to put this just under here to hold that ribbon in place, which will make it a bit easier with the sentiment. And I'm going to pull the back off here. And I'm going to pull the back off this one, my tear and tape, and then I will pop that about here. Yep, so that looks straight. Yeah. There we go. So that is my sunflower chocolate box wrap. I'll bring the other one out to show you as well. I just think they look really cute, don't they? I'm quite happy with those, I think. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on them. I don't know if you can see them both in shot there. Is that better? Maybe. There we go. You can see them both in shot there, I think. So these are my sunflower chocolate box wraps. I think this might be quite a unique project. I've not actually seen any like this out there. And this was an evolution while I was designing this project. Originally it started off as a box with a big open part here with a window sheet. And then I thought, actually, I quite liked doing this, and I thought, well, the box of chocolates itself has got a window sheet in, so it seemed a little bit silly to use two. So yeah, I hope you like my project today, and if you do, let me know in the comments below, and please like the video, and definitely please subscribe if you are keen to watch my projects in future, and it does encourage me to make more. If you'd like to purchase any of the products that I've used, please follow the links below to my Stampin' Up shop and to the individual products. If you don't already have a demonstrator, I would be delighted to become your demonstrator. Always send out thank you cards, and I do send out gifts to qualifying orders and people who use my host code. So I'm going to say bye for now, guys, and happy crafting.